What's up?
Yay! Happy Halloween. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. And I hope you guys have fun trick-or-treating or watch a scary movie, whatever you guys are doing today to celebrate.
Yep.
We are eating Little Caesars.
This is how we celebrate Halloween. As you can see, Kristen has her face mask on. I don't have mine. No, just joking. You guys, we did not dress up for Halloween.
No.
This year, just wasn't right for us this year. Some years we do, some years we don't. This is one of the pass by years.
Yeah. We're okay.
I definitely want to shout out Jerry. Jerry, shout out to you.
Hi, Jerry.
She actually suggested dressing up as did I tell you about this? It was in the email because I read it. Lucy and Ricardo.
Oh yeah, I did. Ricardo.
Ricardo. Ricky. Lucy and Ricardo. That's the son, right? No, that's not the son. That's her last name.
Little Ricky's the son.
Little Ricky.
Okay, I can't. Anyways, it was a good suggestion.
Great suggestion. And actually, that might be something we should try out next year. That might not be a bad idea.
To be Lucy.
I know. You're a big fan.
I am a big fan. You'll be the Black Ricky.
Exactly. Exactly.
I love that.
But anyways, you guys, we have not told you guys this before. We have a little secret.
Yeah.
We are fascinated by aliens and alien abductions, guys. So today, we wanted to actually tell you guys a little bit about information that we have about these crazy abduction stories, which you guys probably know about it. But we're going to just talk about it because we're big fans. It's Halloween, so why not?
Figure we could do some scary, spooky stuff today.
Exactly.
If we're not into aliens, that's fine. We understand.
Exactly.
We still hope you watch.
For sure.
Okay, we got the 4-quarter calzone, you guys, from Little Caesars. So basically it's bacon, ham, pepperoni, and sausage. Yep. Each quadrant is a different meat, and then all together, they put all 4 meats together.
Nice.
Okay? So that's what we got. We got some dipping sauces. We got some bread.
Crazy bread.
We got some ranch, drinks, and we're hungry. We're ready.
Let's do it. I'm going to start with this crazy bread, actually.
Yeah, I want to try the sausage core section.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
But obviously a little pepperoni. Oh, wait, no. Is this even... Oh, this isn't the sausage. Sorry, I'm all grabbing stuff.
It's all good.
I'm like one of those people.
It's just you and I, so it's all good.
Okay, I'm trying this one. Woo!
Although if we were at a party, you have to... If you touch it, you take it.
For sure.
But this looks really good.
It does. It's hot, you guys. We had to heat it up again because it got a little cold on the way home.
No, not even that. They took forever to give it to us.
Oh, yeah. So, I think they heated it up.
Yeah.
And didn't put it in the area right away.
Yeah,
because
that's
it wasn't
exactly
hot when I picked it up.
There's no way. We made it back home in 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah. And
it was cold.
Yeah.
So there's no way that it was hot before. That's all it was. And plus, were you were holding the pizza? Was your hand burning or anything?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing was burning.
It wasn't hot. So, and I think the thing with Little Caesars that I've noticed, because their prices are so good, they get really packed. So sometimes, like today, one of these days, it was a crazy delay. Yeah. Getting the food, Yeah,
so, I had an estimation time, and then I saw it was running 15 minutes
later.
After the later part of the estimation.
Yeah.
And so many people come, but it's crazy. You guys, we got all this. We got a Pepsi, the bread, the pizza, all the sauces for under $20. It was like $17.
It's crazy.
It is. That's so good.
That's a really good price. So, that's a good thing about Little Caesars. How is it?
I love their cheesy jalapeno dip.
I know, it's so good. You guys have this massive Valentina bottle still. This thing is way too big. I wish it wasn't this massive size, but it is what it is.
I like it. It'll last a while.
Yeah, it'll last a long time. Also, so you guys, I didn't realize this. I don't know if you guys can see it. It doesn't matter. This is the extra hot sauce. There's a cooler one, but you see right there, it says extra hot.
Oh, extra hot.
I didn't even realize I got that.
Okay, because it was hot,
right?
When we were doing the last video, and I put it. I was like, oh, my mouth's kind of burning, and used to not burn from that one. Yep. Okay,
that's why.
That's why. That makes sense.
But it's really good. I'll tell you that. So, being in Vegas, you guys, we see spaceships all the time, flying around, abducting people. Nah, just teasing.
We don't. But, it is an interesting thing to live in Vegas because we're right next to Area 51.
Yeah, no, we are. We are. And occasionally, I don't know if we mentioned this, but we see the flights that. Did you need something?
No, I'm just.
Oh, you're just trying to decide.
I'm seeing which piece I want next.
Gotcha. We see there's the flights that leave from the airport out here that fly. I'm guessing somewhere wherever. Not maybe the Area 51 exactly, but somewhere around there.
They do. They fly to Area 51 and other places where they do top secret
stuff.
And it's called the Janet flights, if you guys haven't heard of them. But you can tell they're the certain planes that go to those places because it comes out of the Las Vegas airport.
Yes, it does.
And then you see it's just a red line on the plane. Just a red line.
There's no windows.
No windows.
Is that what it is? Or are the windows blocked off?
I think it has windows.
Oh, it does have windows?
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't think it has windows? I don't know.
I kid you not, you told me it has no windows. Like, you literally said that.
Did I? I don't think I said that.
You 100% said that.
I never said that.
I didn't just make that up.
I think you did.
You know, this happens a lot. I feel like you say something.
All I knew about the Janet flights is there's a red strip, and that's how you can tell the plane.
How would I have gotten no windows?
Maybe.
I kid you not.
Well, you observed the plane once. Maybe you didn't see windows.
No, that's not. Well, I didn't. But I swear you told me.
That was not a factoid that I knew about it at all.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up though.
Okay, well, I don't know.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. So, but they have those flights that go out. So, there's definitely some aliens around here somewhere. That's for sure. That's for sure.
We were staying at Mandalay Bay a little while ago, but not too long ago, and we had a view of the airport because it was right there. And we saw the Janet flights. It was so cool. And we saw people coming off of them. And we were looking at people, and I was just like, whoa, like, I wonder what their job is. Like, super cool, you know? Anyways.
Their job is to deal with UFOs coming in. No, so.
Oh, it's their job.
Speaking of that, a little while back, guys, you probably saw it. It was all over the news, at least in Vegas. There was a crash landing that happened out here in Vegas in someone's backyard, and
just recently.
Like, I don't know, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, like 3-4 months ago. And you know what? It makes me upset. You know, I'm gonna put it like this: if an alien crashed in my backyard, believe me, I'm gonna have my phone, and trust me when I say it's gonna be held steady. I'm gonna get different angles. I'm taking a risk for you guys. I want to show the world that there might be aliens.
That it happens.
Because I believe it. It's always like, after it happens, there's just an account. Oh, there was a crash, and I saw some creature with things like this, and then it just walked away, and that was it. It's like, we'll record it.
I was gonna say, because the people they allegedly said the alien was in their backyard, they said that they took video and photo on their phone.
Oh, they did?
Yes. But we never saw that.
Oh.
We only saw a video from a backyard, I think it was the police officer's camera, or a backyard camera. Like, it wasn't from the phone, I feel like.
Exactly, because all the footage that came out was something like, I think there was one lady who was, I think a lot of people, it was a family that went to the back, and somebody, I think it was a lady who had the phone, and she was a little bit further back, of course, because I get it, you know, you don't know a crash, you don't know what's going on, and, you know, like, so she's recording something, and then, like, people, like, analyze the footage, and they put all these filters on there and stuff like that, and just, like a mile away pretty much with a camera, not a mile, but, you know, super far in the distance, you know, because of all of the color grading and stuff, you can maybe see something, but you're not sure, because it's so far away.
It looked extraterrestrial, what we did see, but you never know. But,
that's what I'm saying.
My point is, like you said, you said that if it landed in your backyard, you would be angles, da-da-da. But the question is, did the government come in and take their footage? I bet you they did.
I think they did.
100% they did.
Because that's what they do. Hide the truth, you guys. We know the truth.
Oh my gosh, I hate when
they exist. They exist.
This is why people don't believe in him, because of people like us being like, it's 100% fact. Like,
it's 200% facts.
Oh my gosh.
It's real.
Oh my gosh. No, this is what happened, though, if you guys don't know the story.
Good.
Because I don't know if it made nationwide news.
That's true.
But a few months ago, there was a cop that went, it was like North Las Vegas, and he was talking to some people that had nothing to do with the alien situation, okay? But a cop went to a call, okay? And he's talking to people. Anyways, on the cop's body cam, you can see the sky from it, like up top. excuse me, as he's talking to the person, and you see a flash of light go down. Like, it was light and it went downward. Okay?
Alien.
Oh my God, I swear.
Continue.
Okay? So that's all you see. And then I remember the cop being like, what was that? Like, that was super weird, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Literally 5-10 minutes later, law enforcement gets a call from a family being like, hey, there's something in our backyard. There's a creature, there's a thing walking around. I think he might have said person. He's like, but it doesn't look like a person. It's like 10 feet tall or really, really tall, something like that. He's like, I can't tell. And he made out the face and he's like big eyes and he's like, I don't know. He's like, it's really, really, it's really weird. But something's going on in our backyard, Anyways, so cops goes, I think by the time the police got there, it was gone, right? Something like that.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. But the family did take footage on their phones and everything. We don't have that footage.
That's true.
We couldn't see. All we saw is some, like I said, the cop maybe, or some foot. I don't know what we saw.
Well,
do you remember what we saw?
The one footage I saw was just them in their backyard with the gate. They were kind of hesitant to go beyond the gate because, once again, something was on the other side of the gate. And that's where I was saying the family member was holding the phone, and in the distance, you could maybe see something, but it also could have it was in darkness, so it might have not been anything, too.
So we did see phone footage.
Yes.
But it wasn't the footage that they took as they were calling the cops. It was something else. Yeah,
maybe.
see, they just didn't make it clear.
No,
Okay,
they did.
people are not going to believe us that it was an alien.
No, I don't think... First off, it's an alien. We're in Nevada.
It was.
It's a short ride. The alien was trying to escape, go back home. Somehow got hit by some sort of weapon that downed it into his backyard. And he had to take off on foot. I don't know if he got caught. I'm not sure. But my question is, where's the spaceship? Where's the spaceship? Anyways, but let me say this, though.
I'm actually a non-believer as we're talking about this
You
story.
are a believer. We talk like this all the time.
It sounds so wild. I wish I had all the facts.
I'm going to go into detail. I'm going to go into detail, you guys, as to why I know they're out there.
Okay.
But before I do, I want to ask you, what do? You're alien crashes in the backyard right now. And you see it from the window. And you know what I mean? So what do? Do you go outside and say, hey, come inside?
No.
Do a video with us.
I'll be real. Once I see it.
Yes.
If I were to just really see it and I believe it's, I'm probably hiding in the bathroom or closet. Oh, yeah.
You're scared?
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I thought about this before. I'd be scared too. But getting the footage is worth the risk. Because everybody's like, are they real? Are they not real? I would be the one that goes up to them and be like, what's up, guys? I just need you to pose for 2 seconds. This won't take long. I'll be out of your hair in just a minute. Just get a quick little shot and I'm out. Hopefully they speak English.
What's the thing? I think people have said, like, with encounters that it's like telepathy. That they know what they're saying without talking.
That's true.
Which I believe.
That's true.
We've heard a lot of stories.
You guys.
Yeah.
There's a movie. I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore, but there's a story about some aliens that landed in a school in South Africa years ago. I think it was in the 70s. Was it the 70s? Okay. In the 70s.
I believe.
Landed in the school. All the kids in the area that were in recess, I don't know where they are, but all the kids in the area, they all came up to the aliens. The aliens came out, and this is crazy, I know, but apparently they didn't speak and used telepathy to talk to all of the kids. The crazy thing is all of the kids, and there was a lot of kids, were brought into the room individually to tell the testimonial of what the aliens said, and they all said the same thing. And drew similar pictures of what the craft looked like and the alien. What the alien looked like. And all these people had a reunion just recently. All the kids, they're now adults with their own families and everything. They all had a reunion, and they were talking about
the encounter.
So you do believe?
I do believe that. No, I do believe, and I believe the alien people in the backyard recently in Vegas, because the family who were talking, they did not seem crazy. They seemed freaked out. They seemed like very normal people. They were not trying to be like you, be like, it was an alien.
Oh yeah, because best believe. They put a camera in front of me after I see an alien. I'll be like, it was real. They've been here the whole time. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go crazy.
Well,
I'm gonna go crazy.
Yes.
But the problem is you gotta watch out for the Men in Black. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my gosh.
Y'all know about the Men in Black? I'm not talking about Will Smith. I'm talking about the real Men in Black.
So what is the real Men in Black?
You don't know about that?
I heard about it a long time ago. You told me, but I forgot. It's like Men in Black.
The movie Men in Black is based off of true events.
That's true, right?
I don't know.
Oh.
But there's people talking about it. They said that there's been people that have said that they saw an alien in their house, in their backyard, or something like that. And shortly after, there would be men, like a couple men that would pop up. And these men were like pale. They had a black hat, black suit. They would come in there, and then shortly after, wipe the memory of the person, of the alien, so they couldn't remember.
Did they claim this before the movie came out?
Yeah, this was before the movie.
Okay.
Yes.
I have a theory.
Okay, yeah, talk to me.
So, I do think that was real. And I think that we create movies to make people think that it's stupid and funny and crazy. So, because Men in Black was a comedy.
True,
it was kind of like a comedy action.
Yep.
So, but if that story came out beforehand, why would they make a movie on it? That's true. Also like that, like all Hollywood and funny. Like, I believe that.
I'm telling you.
If it wiped the memory though of the people, how do they know the Men in Black came?
That was my next question.
You don't know.
How would you know? No.
Oh, God.
But I don't know the full details because.
Are you sure they wiped the memory?
Yes, that was the whole thing. You know, obviously, Will Smith and them had the little thing where they pressed the button and then wiped everyone's memory. But that was the actual account that these people, everyone's memories were wiped. Yes, how would they know? I have no idea. That's the crazy thing about it. But somehow they remembered.
I thought the men just came by to like ask questions.
No, that's what they did. They asked questions.
But they looked really creepy.
Yes, they did. And sometimes I think they scared people into saying, if you say anything, we'll be back.
Yeah.
And some of the accounts were things like, the people look really creepy, seemed to like, I don't know, it was weird. It wasn't like, the people seemed like they weren't normal people. You know what I mean? There was a lot of weird accounts on it, you know? But, if you guys don't believe me on this whole thing.
I don't believe you.
I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it with the story.
Oh, okay.
Bob Lazar.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever talked about this, you guys.
We might have.
But let me tell you, there is a movie on, I believe it's on Netflix still.
It used to be, if it's not there.
Okay. If not, it's on Prime. This guy named Bob Lazar. And the movie is like Bob Lazar, UFOs, and something else.
Bob Lazar, UFOs, and Area 51.
Yes.
I believe is the title of the documentary.
Yeah, that's right. That's the latest documentary that's on this guy. But you guys, Bob Lazar, Nevada native. This guy was, I don't know if he was born here, but at least he lived here for quite a number of years back in the 80s. And he actually was called on apparently by the government, or I should say this secret agency, like Area 51 agency, right, to come in because he was a scientist. And they didn't say exactly what it was for, but they wanted him to come in because they needed his help with something. When he goes in there, he finds out that it's a spaceship. It's a spaceship, and what they need him to do is to reverse engineer this spaceship because they don't know how it flies. They don't know much about it at all. They do know that there's a material in there, which I'm going to get back to in a second. This is the proof. There's a material inside of there that actually gets it to function, but the UFO itself, they have the UFO. He even claimed that they have multiple UFOs. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, and let's just back up. He said he took a Janet flight there, and this is before Janet flights were even known.
Yep.
So he accounted like all these details of things that people didn't even know existed. But he took a JANA flight, and he said it wasn't called Area 51 because he wasn't there. Yep. It was area something else, you know. But it's near Area 51, you know. Yes. And you said that he had to reverse engineer the spaceship. He had to reverse engineer just the propulsion system.
Oh, sorry, that's right.
Of the spaceship, which I think a very specific thing, because he could have said, I had to reverse engineer the space, but he said specifically exactly his job. He had to figure out how this thing flew.
Yeah, I do have to say this, and I'm going to get a little more into detail really quick, or in a second. But the thing is, there's a lot of people that claim that, they were abducted and there's UFOs that landed in their backyard and all these crazy theories. But the thing about Bob Lazar is he was very specific on things. He only talked about what he believed he experienced and stuff like that. And it seemed credible, right? So, for example, like the propulsion system, like you were saying, he also talked about that there were other, where he worked at, there were other
crafts.
Definitely other crafts, right? But there was other sections of people working on other things, but he had no idea what they were working on.
Right.
He only knew specifically what he was working on.
Yeah.
And that's I would like to believe that's probably how they would work, right? They would compartmentalize stuff. Did I say that word right?
Compartmentalize, yep. That's exactly what they did.
Where no one knows exactly what's going on. So anyways, he talked about how he didn't fly the spaceship, but they had people come in and fly the spaceship, kind of move all around with it and stuff like that. He said that what did he say? He said that it was a really small craft, so you had to get a smaller person to go in there. They also, he said, were able to rig it to actually put a handle on it so they can move left, right, up, down. Because I believe, and I could be wrong about this part, I believe he said there was a hand that moved it. It was a hand place. You could place your hand in the spot, and it would be able to move through telepathy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
He did say that. He said when he went in the craft, it looked like nothing else he had seen. Just weird lines in the craft. It was all kind of like curved. There was I think he said there was a seat, but it was like for a small person.
Yes.
And there was an area you could put your hand, like you said.
Exactly.
And that was it. There was no buttons though. There was there was nothing. It was a very simple craft.
Exactly.
For a small person. How weird is that?
So it's crazy. So anyways, he also mentioned that they had another craft. They had multiple crafts. I think like 2 or 3 crafts. One was an archaeological dig, he said. So imagine that thing must have been here for a long time if they dug it up, you know? Anyway, so with the situation with him, because it's like, well, who is this guy? Why is he coming out just like talking about this stuff? So apparently what happened was, once again, he's working for this section of the military, and this like secret organization, I should say. And he would go home, of course, every night and stuff like that because they took the flights back. They were monitoring though his calls. They were wiretapping his area. They want to make sure that he's not divulging these secrets and stuff like that. So what ended up happening, and while listening into his phone calls and stuff like that, they the people listening in actually came across his wife talking to somebody else and found out that she was like cheating on him. So because of that, they let him go. They said, hey, you can't come back here. We have to let you go. They didn't tell him why, but the reason, they were just like, he has dysfunction going on in the house, which is a problem. And so they were like, because of that, we got to let you go. But they didn't say why, but they had to let him go. He thought his life was in danger. He thought they let him go because he was going to be, who knows, offed or whatever.
They just didn't need him anymore.
They didn't need him anymore.
Freaked out.
So he went to the news. And because he felt like, if I do that, if I become a public figure, maybe they'll stay away from me. So he goes to the news.
Be protected.
And bust out all this information.
This is in the 80s.
This is the 80s, you guys. And this is where Area 51, they denied it, right, for the longest. Isn't that correct? And I think it was...
They denied it for years and years.
Yeah, but after he came out with this information, then they started saying, well, okay, we do have bases out there. So how would he know that? There's 2 more things really quick, guys. I'm going to explain this.
Are you going to explain the whole thing?
Yes, because this is crazy. So before he went to the news and like kind of divulged everything, I think this was even before he got let go. No, it was right after he got let go. He was telling friends about this first, right? Before he went to the news. They didn't believe him. They're like, you're crazy. You have no idea what you're talking about. He's like, I'll prove it. He was like, they actually do test flights at a certain time. I know the schedule. He's like, we're going to drive out to the middle of the desert and we're gonna go and actually watch these test flights. You might not be able to get close, but you can see them in the sky, right? And you'll be able to see it moving around and stuff like that. He also has video footage of it. So they literally went to the desert, into the middle of the desert, where he said, and just like that, on the time that he said, the ships start flying around. They're testing them out. It's like nighttime, doing all this crazy stuff, and everyone's tripping out. It's on camera. He actually has footage of that. So there's that. And then lastly, guys, this is what I was getting to. This is the proof that it's all real.
If you don't believe it already, because we've already proven it.
Already, exactly. We're like detectives. We're breaking news at the same time. Okay, so anyways, this is the craziest thing. Is the propulsion system, because once again, he was working on reverse engineering it to try to understand it. There is a particular element that he said the propulsion system used to actually fly around. Now, this element is not found on Earth, but it's found wherever these extraterrestrials were coming from, he says, right? In his words. But this element was, I can't remember what number it is.
115.
Was it 115? Okay. It's 115. Element 115. Check this out, you guys. At that time, they looked at the periodic table. Everyone was like, well, he's lying because element 115 doesn't exist. It wasn't on the periodic table. They even said it was unstable. There's no way to actually create 115, or it just doesn't exist. That's what they said. Well, you guys, back in 2003, or maybe it was 2000 something, they actually did discover 115. And they know it actually is possible. It's stable. They actually were able to stabilize it. How would he know about that?
In the 80s.
In the 80s. Because he's a scientist. He said that's not even possible to do, but he knew about it.
We did.
You guys.
And allegedly, he might have element 115 on him. He might have taken it.
Exactly, but no one knows that.
No one knows. But anyways, no, exactly. How are you going to say something exists 30 years before, 20 years before, and then it actually ends up existing?
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
Clearly you must know
That's
something.
the proof.
I rest my case. Done. Gavel. Pow, pow. That's it.
It's true. He's not going to know. Where to go in the desert and what time those test flights are going to go. But he went outside of the base, outside of the perimeter where he used to work, and they saw him flying and everything. And then eventually the security saw the car, outside, and they started driving towards it, and they bounced. They left.
That's
so
true.
They didn't get arrested or anything. But.
I mean, the truth is, at the end of the day, all jokes aside, we have no idea. I like to believe that maybe, but I don't know, However, if I was going to believe anyone, it would be this guy, Bob Lazar, because his story seems to just, one, he continues saying the same story today. The guy is very normal, and he does seem like he's kind of one of those people that wouldn't want to be in the spotlight, He doesn't seem like that type of person.
He doesn't want to be in the spotlight. I really want you guys to watch it. It's either on Netflix or maybe it's on Prime. Look and see if it's on Hulu. I don't know, whatever streaming services you have. Bob Lazar, UFOs, and Area 51, I think it's called.
If you're interested, I'm just saying, it's real.
Yes, it's good. And but what they did do is in the 80s, the government when he went to the news people, they tried to discredit this guy because this guy. Okay, he's older now, right? But he was in his 20s. He was a young scientist. Very, very smart. Anyways, this guy ended up once the government didn't want him anymore, and he just did his own thing. He actually did. I think he didn't house a brothel.
Oh yeah, he did.
But he owned a brothel, or he did something with a brothel. So, anyways, the government's like, look, this guy's a bad guy. He ran a brothel ring situation. Was it illegal? Yes. Should he have done it? No. But that has nothing to do with his smarts and what he.
Well, his credibility.
Yeah, they try to make it seem like he wasn't a credible guy because he did something illegal.
Exactly.
But also, he did something illegal by building his own. He built his own rocket. His own rocket car.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you can't. That's illegal too. But people obviously have a taboo against brothels. I understand.
Exactly, and he built that before they actually called him to come in for the UFO stuff.
Right. That's actually a big reason why they called him, because they saw him building a propulsion system, which was a rocket.
Exactly.
And they knew he was super smart. Blah blah blah. Anyways, and he for a while he couldn't prove that he worked at that area.
That's right.
Because they got rid of his documents and all proof that he worked there.
And the school he went to. They got rid of the science school that he went to. I can't remember. I want to say it was MIT or somewhere. They took his records out completely.
Yeah.
You know, so he says it. He's like, I went here, but they took my records. You can't actually see it. And I think there was a picture that was found eventually of him going to the school, so they know he did go there.
Correct. They ended up finding him, or they ended up seeing his name on some type of something that had to do with the school.
Yeah.
So 100% he went there.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So why would the government wipe his information if this wasn't factoids?
Because he knows.
Yeah.
They're real. He knows not. Anyways, you
I
guys.
like talking about it. It's fun.
I know. This is something that we've always enjoyed. We watch a lot of movies on it and stuff like that, and obviously we have no idea clearly.
And don't discredit it till you watch this documentary. I'm serious. Yes. I don't want anybody saying it's not real until you watch it, and then you can tell us if you think it's real or not.
Exactly. Now, I did read this one book. Just lastly, I don't know if I've told you about this, but I did read this one book that talked about this guy. He was just talking about a theory about if they're real, like what's going on, right? Because a lot of people think they just came from a planet, far away in a distance or something like that, on this physical plane. But what he's saying is, let's envision that maybe there's different dimensions, right? Maybe these things are coming from different dimensions. That's why they're able to get here so fast. Because, think about it. If you're coming from, a billion light years away, how long would it take you to get here? You would need some sort of wormhole, they call it, right? Something that cut through and went through different dimensions and stuff like that, right? So he believes that, hey, what if these things are from maybe they're maybe they're all around us all the time, but we're not able to see them on this dimension, but then they can cut through and actually appear in our physical world.
Well, that was a documentary we saw.
Was it? It's also in the book.
Oh, okay. Remember the people who meditated? They were in this deep meditation. Once they got into this deep state, they were able to see them.
That's right.
So that has to do with the dimension thing, too. I forgot what that was called, you guys.
That could also have been a hallucination.
No, that seemed factoid as well.
That's true.
That seemed factoid as well because the whole group who were meditating saw the same thing. Yes.
That's true.
Yes. It's one thing if it's one person, but if you have a group recounting the exact same details, it's another thing.
That's true.
Okay, so comment down below.
Final question before we go. One last question. Because honestly, guys, I know we've been going back and forth, but the truth is, we don't know. Yeah. We have no idea. No. But I'm going to ask Kristen. I'm going to ask you.
Yes.
If you had to guess, they're real or they're not, what would you say?
100% real.
Really?
Oh, 100% real. Yes. I don't think they're real. I think it's a fair. There's just the universe is way too big.
It's true.
Way too vast.
It's true.
Way too everything to think that the Earth is the only living
civilization.
Because I can see that there's probably organisms.
Sure.
But I'm not even talking about organisms and other planets. I'm talking about beings, bodies. Yes.
Conscious beings.
Consciousness. Yes, consciousness. I think that's a better way to say it. Yeah.
I agree. I definitely think they're real and stuff like that because it just seems like it. And who's to say? And this for another topic. Who's to say it's not us in the future?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's a theory.
Time is a circle. I don't know. But seriously though, how do we know? We could be after in the future. Yeah. We figure out time travel, and then all of a sudden we look all weird, and we come back in time, and we're like, let's just observe 2023. You know what I mean?
For sure, I would. Yeah,
I would too. I'd be going all back through the time. I'd be like, man, this is what they did back then.
Yeah.
These people are crazy.
Right. If we could look at the Ice Age or whatever. Yeah, it'd be cool.
I would do it.
Okay, guys. Now you can comment down below, though. I am curious what you thought of this topic.
Exactly.
Let us know if you've seen that documentary and what you thought of it as well.
For sure. Other than that, we hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween.
Yes.
Thank you so much for hanging with us, and we will catch you next time.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace out, chats.